So my hope and prayer is that the war that started on Azusa Street in 1906, almost 120 years ago, is waning. Because we are given, as the psalmist says, 70 years, or perhaps 80 if we're fortunate, our perspective is necessarily limited by the fleeting decades of our lives. So it's easy for Christians to give up, to resign ourselves to the fact that certain disagreements are intractable. And so our short lifespan all too easily consigns theological disputes to the category of impossible in terms of reaching a consensus of biblical definitions and fidelity and unity of practice. But our perspective is not the Lord's. You remember what he says through Isaiah in the King James, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." So I do not concede that all the issues surrounding the continuance and operation of the sign gifts of the Holy Spirit can never be resolved on this side of heaven. Even now, God could be orchestrating a slow but sure consolidation of perspectives. Again, it's easy to forget that the heat of this controversy is not yet 120 years old. Unbeknownst to me until yesterday, the Everett Herald took this photograph on Good Friday. Now, if you look a little closer, you might see a few guys that you recognize in that picture. So this was the Good Friday prayer breakfast that James and Jonathan and I attended with 600 pastors, ministry leaders, Christian business people from Snohomish County. And it provided great encouragement to me. I mentioned to James and Jonathan afterwards that the strident and divisive spirit that I saw all the time in my youth on all sides of the spiritual gifts issues has seemed to be more and more displaced by a gospel-focused and Jesus-glorifying spirit whose moderating influence seeks unity and orthodox consensus over and above just taking your spiritual toys and going home.